Om Shri Sai Ram. Welcome to Satya Sai Lokaseva Gurukulam. Today we are studying about in the 8th class state syllabus mathematics 1. That chapter name is square and square root. This is divided into 3 parts. Today we are discussing about part 1. In this chapter we are mainly studied about what is my square numbers and properties of a square numbers. Okay, let us know about what do you mean by square number. If the number that is 4, if you multiplied that number twice, the obtained 4 that is 16, the obtained number is the square number. So what we can say, any number that is multiplied by that number itself is called that square number. Example, 4 into 4 is equal to 4 square, that is equal to 16. Here 16 is the square number. What is the 4? 4 is the square root of that number. Okay. Next, the square root of the number is denoted by the symbol root symbol. Okay. Next, what do you mean by perfect squares? See the table, number and squares. If you take, suppose we take 1 into 1, that is equal to 1 square, that is 1. 2 into 2, I added to what do you mean by square number? We multiplied that twice, 2 into 2, that is equal to 2 square, that is equal to 4. We take number 3 into 3, that is equal to 3 square, that is equal to 9, so on. Okay, like that. These numbers, 4 is the square number, 1 is the square number, 4 is the square number, 9, 16, 25. These are the square numbers. It is also called as a perfect squares. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. These are all the square numbers. These number is also called as a square numbers. It is a perfect squares. Okay. Next, see, there is a square. One side is 2 centimeter. We know only one side. Can we find area of a square? You already know that the formula of area of a square is side into side. If you know the one side, we can find the area of a square. See, area of a square is, we know that side into side. If you know the one side, we can easily find out 2 into 2, side into side, that is 2 into 2. It is a square, 2 square, that is equal to 4. We take another example, 5 into 5, same, area of a square is side into side. If you know one of that square of that side, we can easily calculate the area of a square. So 5 into 5 is equal to 5 square, that is equal to 25. Okay. Next, we move on to the properties of a square numbers. It is a very interesting concept. First, we have to note the table, number, square number. Okay. 1 into 1, that is equal to 1 square, that is 1. 2 into 2, that is equal to 2 square, that is equal to 4. 3 into 3 is equal to 3 square, that is equal to 9. 4 into 4, that is equal to 4 square, that is 16. 5 into 5, 5 square, 25, up to 20 to 20, 400. Observe the unit digit of a square number. 1, 4, 9, 6, 5. Again 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 and 0. See this one also, 1, 4, 9, 6, 5. Same, 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. It is repeated in the unit digit of that square number. Is it right? What are the digits at the end? That is in the digit in the unit place of the square numbers. See, 1, 4, 9, 6, 5 and 0. All the square numbers have 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9 at their unit place. None of them have 2, 3, 7, 8. See the table. None of them have the square numbers. at the unit place none of them have 2, 3, 7, 8, that number. Is it right? This contains only 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 at their unit place. So, can we say that if a number ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 must be a square number or it may be a perfect square? Just you have to think it on that one. Next, odd number of zeros. If a number ends with odd number of zeros, then it is not a perfect square. What do you say? For example, I take 10. If a number ends with an odd number of zeros, how many zeros? 1. Is it right? It is odd. Odd number of zeros. It has 1. It is a perfect square or not? No, it is not a perfect square. See, 1 square is equal to 1, 2 square is equal to 4, 3 square is equal to 9, 4 square is equal to 16. The 10, if 10 it is not comes under a this square, 3 square is equal to 9, 4 square is equal to 16. So, 10 is not a perfect square. If we take example 30, we take or 10, 30 I told 10, 30 you take, there is a single 0, that is odd zeros, it is not a perfect square. In 5000, 0, 0, 0, it is also not perfect square. If you take 100, how many zeros? 2 zeros, that is even number of zeros. Is it right? It is a perfect square or not? Yes. We check 10 into 10, that is equal to 100. So, we can say that 100 is a perfect square. See, 100 is a perfect square. 40,000. 40,000. How many number of zeros? There are 4 number of zeros. So, it is a perfect square. See, if a number ends with an odd number of zeros, it is not a perfect square. This is the prop even. Based on this, we have solved some problem. The following numbers are absolutely not perfect square. Give reason. First one, 1057. It is a perfect square or not? Can you say that 1057 is a perfect square or not? I already told that if a number ends with a 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. If a perfect square or square numbers that at that unit place end with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. Okay. So, it may be a perfect square, but in this case 7 at the 7th place, the square numbers doesn't have containing 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. So, 1057 it contains at the unit place it is 7. So, since perfect square numbers contain in their unit place 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. Okay. Since 0, 1, 1057 is not a perfect square because its unit place digit is 7, end with a 7. So, it is not a perfect square. Next, 64,000. Is it a perfect square? How many number of zeros? 3 zeros, absolutely. We see that property already. If a perfect square number contain odd number of zeros, it is not a perfect square. So, since perfect square numbers have even number of zeros at the right end, if there is a even number of zeros, it is a perfect square. So, 64,000 is not a perfect square because it contains 3 zeros at the end, means it contains odd number of zeros at the end. So, that's the reason it is not a perfect square. Next, zeros in the square number. If a number contains 1 zero at the end, its square has 2 zeros at the end. See, 10. If we take, suppose we take 10, the square of that number, that is 10 into 10, that is equal to 100. See, what they are saying, if a number contain 1 zero, if a number is a number contain 1 zero at the end. It is squares as at the end, it has a 2 zeros. See, if you suppose you take a 10, 10 into 10 is equal to 100. If a number contains 1 zero, at the if a square number contains 2 zeros at the end. If a number contains 2 zeros at the end, it has 4 zeros at their end. It means that the number of zeros at the end of a square of a number is double the zeros at the end of the square number. Means 10 square of that number is 100. If you suppose 100, square of this number is 1 0 0 0 0, means 4 zeros. See, if a number contains 2 zeros at the end, it squares as a 4 zeros at the end. If you square this number, we obtain 4 zeros at their end. So, consider the following numbers and their squares. See, 10 square is equal to 100, 20 square is equal to 400. 1 zeros at the end, 1 zero at the end. Is it right? 1 zero at the end. See that square numbers, 100, 400. 2 zeros at the end. Is it right? Yes. Now, 100 square, it has 2 zeros at the end. See, it has 2 zeros at the end. If you see the square of that number, it has 4 zeros. See, 4 zeros. So, if a number contains 1 zero at the end, the square has 2 zeros at the end. If a number contains 2 zeros at the end, if the square number has 4 zeros at the end, it means it is double. Okay. Next, there is an interesting concept, that is property of a unit digit of a square number. First one, the square number end with a digit 1. If a square number end with a digit 1. See, if a square number end with a digit 1, see, 1 square is equal to 1, 9 square is equal to 81. If a number has 1 or 9 in its units place, then if a number, this number, it has 1 or 9 in the unit place, then its square ends with a 1. See, if a number ends with a 1 or 9, its square number ends with exactly 1. Means 1 square is equal to 1. 9 square is equal to 81. See, 11 square is equal to 121. See, 1, 9, 1, again 9. So, the square of that number ends with the 1. Okay. Next, if a square number ends with a digit 6. See, if a square number ends with a digit 6, 4 into 4, 16, 6 into 6 is equal to 36. If a number has 4 or 6 in the unit place, see, 4, 6, 14, 16, 24. The number in their unit place is 4 or 6. If the square number ends with a 6, if you take any number, if a number of 4 or 6 in the unit place, then square of that ends with number 6. Next, this square ends with a digit 4. See, 2 into 2, 4, 8 into 8, 64, 12 into 12, 144, 18 into 18, 324. If a number has 2 or 8 in units place, the square ends with 4. Okay. Next, another property, the square number ends with a digit 9. The number, see, 3 square is equal to 7 square, 3 into 3, 9, 7 into 7, 49, 9, 9. If a number has 3 or 7, in that number, in the unit place, it contains 3 or 7, it a number, the square number ends with a digit 9. It is easy to remember. See how it is easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If a number ends with 1 and 9, If a digit of a number end with 1 and 9, it is end with a number square number end with a 1. Vice versa, 1 and 9 1. Next, 2 and 8. If a number end with a 2 and 8, if square number end with a 4. Next, 3 and 7. 3 is 9, 7 is 49. So, if these numbers end with 3 and 7, the square number ends with a 9. 4 and 6. If a number ends with 4 and 6, the square number ends with a 6. See the table, number end with digit 1, 9, that is with a square number 1, 2, 8, 2 and 8, that number ends with a 4, 3 and 7, that is end with 9, 4 and 6, that is end the square number, that is end with a 6. Based on that, we have solved some problems. What is the unit digit of a square of the following numbers? What they ask? What is the unit digit of a squares? Unit digit of a squares of the following numbers? 81 and again 1, 2, 3, 4. The number 81 contains 1 in their unit place. 1 in their unit place. Square of that number is 1. 1 square is equal to 1. So, we can say that hence unit digit of a square number 81 is 1. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4. The number 1, 2, 3, 4 contains 4 in the unit place. The square of 4 into 4, that is equal to 16. What is that use place? 6. Hence unit digit of 1, 2, 3, 4 of unit digit of a square 1, 2, 3, 4 is 6. End with number 6. Even and odd squares. If a number is odd, then its square is also odd. Suppose we take 1, that square is equal to 1. We take number 3 square, that is equal to 9. 5, take number 5 square, that is equal to 25. See, if a number is an odd, then the square number is also an odd number. 3 square is equal to 9, 5 square is equal to 25, 7 square is equal to 49. If a number is an odd, then its square is also an odd. If a number is an even, then its square is also an even. See, 2 square is equal to 4. 2 is an even number. Its square 4 is also an even number. 4 square, 4 is an even number. 16, 4 into 4, 16. 16 is an even number. 6 square, 6 is an even number. 6 into 6, 36. 36 is also an even number. The square of which of the following would be an odd numbers or even numbers? 431. Is it an odd number or even number? Absolutely, we can say if a number ends with 13579, it should be an odd number. If a number ends with 24680, it must be an even number. So that we can say that 431 is an odd number. Given number is an odd number, therefore its square is also an odd number. I already told, if a number is an odd number, then its square is also an odd number. So, this is an odd number, the square is also an odd number. Next, 2826. Given number is an even number. How do you say the given number is even number? 6, it ends with a 6, it is an even number. So, the given number is an even number, therefore its square is also an even number. Next, adding odd numbers. It is also very interesting. If a number is a square number, then it has to be sum of successive of odd number starting from 1. It is very important. Successive odd numbers starting from 1. What it means? Consider the following example. 1 first. 1 into 1, you know 1 square. See, these two are the odd numbers, 1 and 3. If we add these two numbers, you will get a perfect square. That is successive odd numbers. See, 1, 3, 5. These are the successive odd numbers. Is it right? Yes. 1, 3, 5 are the successive odd numbers. If we can add these odd numbers, we can obtain 5 plus 3 plus 8, 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 1 9. So 9. 9 is what square? 9 is a square number. Square number is, that is 3 square is equal to 9. Suppose 1, 3, 5, 7. This is also successive odd numbers. So we can add these numbers. 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 5 4, 9, 9 plus 7 16. So must be a square of 4 square is equal to 16. See, 1 square is equal to 1, 2 square is equal to 4, 3 square is equal to 9, 4 square is equal to 16. So we can say that sum of successive odd numbers, which is starting from 1, the sum of successive odd numbers starting from 1, if there is a square, if it is a, it must be a square. If we add any numbers of successive odd numbers starting from 1, this is also very important. Starting from 1, we can add the successive of odd numbers, we can get a square number. Okay. So we can say that sum of first n odd natural numbers is n square. Formula say it is n square, means this one is n is equal to n square. We don't know that number, that is n square. This is n square. So we can say that 1 plus 3, how many numbers? There are 2 odd numbers, successive odd numbers. So 1 plus 2, that is equal to 2. Formula is n is equal to n square. How many numbers of odd numbers? 2. So 2 into 2 or 2 square, that is equal to 4. In, for example, if you give 4 square, okay, sorry, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, without adding, find the sum. So at that time we can use how many odd numbers are there, successive odd numbers are there, 1 2 3 4 5. So what is the formula? N square. 5 square is equal to 25. Add this, 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 5 9, 9 plus 1 9 plus 7 16, 16 plus 9 25. Without adding, we can calculate the sum. Problems. Without adding, find the sum. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. It is very complicated to add these numbers. Now what we can do, we have to count that number. 1 2 3, how many numbers are there? How many successive odd numbers are there from starting from 1? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So now you can say that 7. There is a number, successive odd numbers are 7. So what is the formula? That is n square. What is meant by n? It is 7. So 7 into 7, that is equal to 49. If you add these numbers, you can get a number of 49. Can we check once again? 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 5, 9. 9 plus 7, 16. 16 plus 9, 25. 25 plus 11, 36. 36 plus 13, that is equal to 49. So you can easily calculate. Solution. Here there are 7 odd numbers. Therefore square of that 7 is 49. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus this we can sum is 7 square, that is equal to 49. Now express 64 as the sum of 8 odd natural numbers. So what are given? They are given that n square. You can express 64 as the sum of 8 odd natural numbers. What you can do? Solution. 64 is the square of 8. Okay, 8 natural numbers. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus how many numbers? Adding this one 15. 15. You can add 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15. How many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So therefore, it is the sum of first 8 odd numbers. See, you can express in this form. First, they can give in this form. You have to express, find adding the, without adding, we can find the sum. Now they given the sum. Now you have to express in this form. Okay. Next, non-square numbers between consecutive square numbers. What do you mean by this? Non-square numbers between consecutive square numbers or successive square numbers. Okay, square numbers, in this case it is square numbers, not an odd numbers or anything given number. Consecutive square numbers. See, we can find that non-square numbers means 1 square is equal to 1, 2 square is equal to 4. In this between 2 and 3 are the numbers. These are the non-perfect square numbers. Is it right? These are the perfect square numbers or square numbers. But 2 and 3 are the non-perfect square numbers. Okay. Between 1 square and 2 square means 1 square is equal to 1, 2 square is equal to 4. From 1, in between 1 and 4, how many non-square numbers between them? We can find out. Therefore, two non-square numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 we can easily find out because it is a small number. So 1, 2, 3, 4 we can easily find out. 2 and 3 there are two non-perfect square non-square numbers are there. We can easily tell. Now between 4 and 9 means 2 square and 3 square, 4 and 9. It is also we can easily find out. Therefore, 4 non-square number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is a perfect square number. 4 is a perfect square number. In between there are non-square numbers are there 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 4 non-square numbers are there. Tell. If we get big number, for example 13 square and 14 square. 13 square is equal to 169. 14 square is equal to 196. Can you find that how many non-square between these two consecutive square numbers? Because it is very easy and you have to write it, you can find number, you have to tell the answer. But 13 square is equal to 169, 14 square is equal to 196. I will give that the square number. Okay, you can find that how many non-square numbers, non-perfect square numbers or non-square numbers between these two consecutive square numbers. Yes. Now we can see the general formula. If two consecutive perfect square numbers are n square and n plus 1 square, means n square means if you take any number 2 square, n plus 1 means n means 2, 2 plus 1 that is equal to 3 square. So we can say n square means 2 square, n plus 1 is 3 square. In general it is n square and n plus 1 whole square. Then general formula to find the number of non-perfect square numbers between two consecutive square numbers is 2n. Say example 13 square is added to 13 square is equal to how much? That is 169. 14 square is equal to how much? 196. 169, 196. How many non-perfect square numbers in between them? We can easily find. N means, I already told, n means 13, n plus 1 means 14. So 2n. So 2 into 13, that is equal to 13 to the 26. There are 26 non-perfect square numbers between among the consecutive perfect square numbers. You can see the problem. Find how many numbers lie between square 5 and 6. Answer. The non-perfect square numbers between n square and n plus 1 whole square are 2n. You already know there is a general formula. So they can give 5 and 6. 5 means n. This is n plus 1. Means 5. You can substitute 5 plus 1, that is equal to 6. 6 square. Here n is equal to 5. Therefore non-perfect square numbers between 5 and 6 is equal to 2n formula, that is equal to 2 into 5, that is equal to 10. Okay, 5 square is equal to 25, 6 square is equal to 36. Okay, 36. You can write the numbers 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay. 25 and 36 are the perfect squares. So how many we can count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can easily write 2n. The general formula is 2n. So we can easily write 2n is equal to 2 into 5, that is equal to 10. There is a homework for your first question. What is the unit place digit of a square of 799? What is the unit place digit of a square 799? You have to find the unit place of a digit of a square of that number. Second one, the number 7928 is not a perfect square. Give reason. You have to give reason why it is not a perfect square. Third one, how many numbers lie between squares of 12 and 13? How many non-square numbers are how many numbers lies in between the perfect square, that is 12 and 13. This completes your part 1. Thank you. Sai Ram.